Hey guys, I was going to put this in a blog post, but I decided to do a video instead because I really wanted to be able to relate to you guys and have this be a little bit more personal. I want to talk about binge eating today. If you don't know what binge eating is, it is eating a lot of food in a short period of time. You are overeating. You are eating until you feel stuffed. Eating until you feel sick. And this is something that a lot of people struggle with. And I think that some people will do this almost on a daily basis. None of you guys that I know. And if you do, come to me. I'm here to help you. And I want this video to help you guys. So many people struggle with binge eating. I've struggled with binge eating. And I debated a lot on whether or not I was going to share that in this video. But, I have nothing to hide. I'm not, the almighty. I, you know, I eat junk when I want it. Not every day because I don't crave it, but I believe that everything is okay in moderation. But there are some times when people struggle with, well, I'm going to have 2 pieces of pizza. That's it. And then they eat 10. And that happens. I'm not exaggerating. I've done this before. I've eaten a whole pizza before. Then I've eaten cake. And then I've eaten ice cream. And then I've eaten to the point where I'm crying as I'm eating and I know that I should stop and I can't stop. This hasn't happened recently or anytime soon but that used to be me. I just used to eat. I used to eat, someone's like, do you want a cupcake? Okay, yeah, I'll take 6. and I would eat until I feel sick. And until you feed your body the right things, you almost don't even know how your body's supposed to feel. And so that's why I found when people are on an extremely strict diet, you only can have 1,200 calories a day, and this, and this, know that. Well, when you finally do have your unclean meal or whatever, it almost always results in a binge because you haven't had it for so long. It's been so strict, and then you find it really hard to slow down when you're finally eating those really good things that you want. And I don't have the answer to stop the binge eating, or why you do it, because why you do it is different than why I've had problems with binge eating. So I really want you to think, if you think, oh man, like I do that, and I'm not saying that, oh man, you binge eat, you have to get help, but if you notice yourself overeating until the point where you're sick and you don't feel good, but you keep eating and you know that you shouldn't, talk to me. Let's figure out why, you're doing this. Is something are things too strict for you? Do you need things to be more strict because you find yourself binge eating? So is it the opposite for you? Talk to me. Let me know, because that's my job, is to help you. I just said that I've struggled with this as well. And it's common. Gosh, it's so common. Before I got on this journey, I was raised super extremely healthy. I asked for Fruity Pebbles for Christmas, if that tells you anything. And I would, go to my friend's house and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have Wonder Bread? Can I have some? And I'd eat a whole loaf, But, I'm like, oh, whole loaf, like that. People do that, right? No. And you sort of think it's normal almost, you're eating until you feel sick. That's not normal. It's not. It's not normal to eat. You go to a restaurant and you're like, oh man, I gotta unbutton my pants. That's not normal. We should be fueling our bodies the right way. If you want piece of pie, piece of pizza, 2 pieces of pizza, 3 pieces of pizza, that's fine. We don't need to eat until we're sick. We can enjoy junk food without feeling sick. I talk a lot. Tell me to shut up if you need to. Clearly not in this video. I can't shut up. But, so sometimes I ramble. But my main point is, binge eating is something that a lot of people struggle with. Even on healthy food. The amount of times that I've gone to town on watermelon and fruit and granola, things like that, and then I still feel sick after eating those things. Chicken? Yeah, you can overeat on chicken. Anything. I think how I've learned to deal with binge eating is here. You know, you see those things on Pinterest, your body won't go or your mind won't push it. Okay, in the sense of, I guess, food, you know, I don't ever believe, you know, push through pain. Oh, my knee hurts, but I'm going to push through it so I can finish. No, you're done. I'm sorry. If you push through pain, you never push through pain, ever. But mentally, when it comes to food, you and you alone have 100% control of what goes in your mouth. It's so hard. Trust me when I say, I know. I know. I know how hard it is to resist food, to say, no thanks, I don't want any more. To have a whole pizza in front of you and to not eat it. And I'm not some like, oh man, like let me put my pizza under my bed and hide it. Like, I don't have like, you know, like I don't know, you know, you may have, you know, this may be a really big issue to you, and if it is, that's fine. I'm going to help you work through it. But it's 100% mental. You know, you can say, okay, I'm not going to eat this in my mind. You know what I did? I love LP3 headbands. It's the headband that I wear in all my Instagram videos. I love them. And I had to tell myself when I was at my grandparents', because when I say there was no healthy options, there were no healthy options. There was iceberg lettuce. I could either eat iceberg lettuce for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 4 days, or eat the best I could with what they had. And that was rough. And I told myself, you know, I'm going to do the best that I can. You know, when my grandma literally tries to shove a granny roll, I didn't even know what a granny roll was. It's like a cinnamon bun down my throat. Like, no, like, I'm not going to eat. Like, I won't eat that. I'm not going to eat that. And I'm like, okay, if I do really well, I'm going to buy myself an LP3 headband at the end of this week. You know, once I survive, like, literally living in, like, candy house. Like, I mean, like, seriously, there's candy everywhere. They don't have healthy options. You know, reward yourself. Think, okay, I'm going to resist this. I'm not going to reward myself with food. I'm going to resist this because I'm going to feel like crap if I continue to eat it. I'm going to go to Cedar Point, you know, if I can not overeat the whole month. And I know I'm making this seem like, oh my gosh, like, holy crap, like, lots of too much food. But I just think this is something, sorry, I'm a little weird, that a lot of people struggle with. And that's normal. I guess my point is just come to me and I'll help you work through it because everybody's different. You know why you eat. Are you bored? Are you lazy? Sorry if you are. Are you tired? You know, are you really hungry? If you're really hungry, eat. But we don't need to overeat. And I'm going to help you figure out how we can get over that. Emotional eating, you know, do you going through a breakup? You know, what is it? Let me know, and I will help you get through that. But I do want to say that, you know, binge eating, you know, it's common. A lot of people do this. I've struggled with this, you know. It's hard, but I'm going to help you work through it. So if you've gotten this far, thank you for listening to me ramble. Probably would have come across much clearer in a blog post. But I really wanted to be able to relate with you guys. And again, you know, I'm not this, you know, 100% all the time, you know, super strict. You know, that's not how I live my life. I don't live a super strict food life. If I want something, I'm going to eat it, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. But there's a difference between eating something and not feeling guilty and overeating to the point of sickness and you feel gross. So if you feel like you have this problem or you want to talk to me, come to me because I am always here for you. That's all.